Eating Soup Alone is a podcast hosted by me, Christopher Crumley, and co-hosted by Nicholas Johnson. We try our best to ramble incoherently about a handful of movies at least once a week. We've got some new movie news. One more time, huh?
Yeah, one more time.
We've got some movie news. You know when I was a young man, I used to watch on YouTube this channel called Movie Buzz.
Okay.
This YouTube channel where a guy would just, talk about all the movie buzz, I guess. So, wherever that guy's at, shout out.
Shout out Movie Buzz, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he does it anymore, but, when I was a kid, I was loving it.
And in his honor, we're going to talk about movie news.
Yeah, Movie Buzz. Here's some movie news. So, first off, much like the other day when we were talking about Ben Affleck's AI post-production stuff, Martin Scorsese says that he's using AI as a big proponent of AI being used for the storyboarding part.
Cool.
Of the process.
Well, he's like 100.
Yeah.
So.
But it's just
also,
weird. It's so weird, like, because boomers love AI.
They really do.
But like Martin Scorsese, he's like, Marvel's ruining cinema. But AI, I'm going to let it sit a storyboard by movies.
That's
so
crazy.
Weird.
But also, I heard someone say that about him, Marvel thing too, and I'd like to defend Marty for a second.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever said that. I think he was like, Marvel movies are fun and well made, but they're roller coasters.
Yeah,
like,
he was saying they're not cinema.
Anymore.
He was saying, they're not films. He was like, they are entertainment for sure. He's like, but this is not a film.
And I think that's an even harder slam than saying that they're bad and rooting movies and he doesn't respect them.
Which is fine. I'm fine with him saying that, but it's like one of those things where it's like, it's just odd to then also be like, but AI can do my story. But it's like, how is that not slop?
And he said he's using it to storyboard and stuff like that. Just hire somebody that storyboards.
He said he's always done his storyboarding, I guess, his own.
Then hire someone to do it if you don't want to do it anymore. Don't get AI to do it because that's just someone else doing it. That's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy. More movie news. Equally crazy. Zack Snyder, they're thinking Zack Snyder's going to do a remake of Escape from New York?
I'm into that.
Okay.
I don't love it. I don't think it's going to be better than the first one. I don't think it needs to happen. Yeah. But if my beautiful buff boy Zack gets to make another movie, I'm into it. I might not see it. I probably won't. But I do like when Zack Snyder makes movies.
I feel like I'm going to have to.
Yeah. We will. Yes.
I'm going to have to see that. But it's one of those things, I'd put it on par with like giving Rob Zombie Halloween, where it's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why would you give it to that person? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like, why on God's green earth would Escape from New York go to Zack Snyder?
Do you know off the top of your head who directed the Thing remake?
No. But I hear people think it's pretty decent.
All I know about that movie is that they did use practical effects and puppets and stuff like that.
And then they CGI
cover up graphics.
You know, it'd be a fun episode of the podcast.
What was it?
The Thing remake and the Suspiria remake, because I both hear good things about them.
That could be good, yeah.
Yeah, I hear good things about both.
That's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah. Well, you want to talk about the movies we did watch?
I want to talk about really quick.
What do you got?
James Bond.
Okay. Because there's a lot of buzz right now.
There's a lot of bomb buzz.
Yeah, because like they're thinking about maybe he's Shaq or Jack Black or.
I haven't heard about any of that.
That's an AI joke I saw on the internet.
Oh, that's very funny.
Sent you the AI picture of Shaq as 007.
I did not.
I didn't send that to you?
I don't think so, no.
I'm going to send it to you right now.
But
AI slop, there's a very slim percentage that will make me laugh. And seeing a picture of Shaq as James Bond, it was like, okay, yeah, that's funny.
But Jim's got a lot of buzz right now. Video game just came out.
Right.
Everyone's loving it.
The best one since GoldenEye.
And
what other one was there, though? Come on.
I mean, Chris, there was Nightfire, there was Agent Underfire, there was Die Another Day, there was Tomorrow Never Knows. I don't think that was actually one, but there were a lot of them. But I think it's been like 15 years since there has been one.
Okay.
I've been playing it. I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
I've been getting real jazzed about James Bond. I was thinking the other day.
You want to go back to it?
I was like, I don't know if I can convince Chris to go back to it, especially since we like stopped in like the trenches,
We can keep going. I'm totally fine with going. We took a nice break, a long break.
We did, and I was thinking, I was driving home from work. I was thinking, Chris be damned.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna pop a James Bond in the old Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
I was thinking about, which one am I gonna watch? Am I gonna do Goldfinger? Am I gonna like just have a nice time and watch Skyfall or something like that? And then I got home and I was like, fuck. I have to watch a Phantom Menace right now.
Well, that's our segue, huh?
It is. Do you want to talk about that first, or?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
but I will also say I'd be more than happy for our next episode to be the next James Bond and Saw 10.
Could be fun. Could be fun.
I'm going to watch him in a fucking hotel room more than likely, so.
Okay, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
All right.
Shaq is James Bond.
Phantom Menace. Let's set the stage, huh?
Give it to me.
It's 1999, right? I'm sure a little while before that, the trailer was announced and people were abuzz about this coming out, right? This was a phenomenon, yeah?
Do.
This was huge, right?
Yeah, I know, like, people were, I don't know what movie it was off the top of my head, but, like, a trailer for this showed before some movie, and, like,
yeah.
Apparently, like,
everybody left the movie theater to be like, you gotta know what I just saw.
Yeah, like, people will go just to see the trailer and then leave, yeah.
Yeah, my dad always talks about, like, crowding around the fucking computer to watch it, like, 1 second at a time as it loaded over dial-up or whatever.
That's so funny.
I mean, I had Speed Racer, Anakin Skywalker, Star Wars Phantom Menace fucking bed sheets.
Oh, we all did, yeah.
I had the Boss Nass like a fucking, it was like a rubber ducky in the bathroom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It would squirt out of its mouth water.
It would go boo, 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 boo.
I had these. I took a picture. It is a collection of 3. I think it's shampoo, body wash, and like conditioner or something like that. I had this.
Does seem very familiar to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I had these. It's like a bottle of, like I said a second ago, bubble bath, lotion, body wash, things like that. It's black, and there's a red lightsaber, and then in front of it, there's, on one of them, the Galactic body wash, there's Darth Maul. On the Galactic lotion, there's Queen Amidala. Well, it's actually her, like, handmaiden in disguise. It's not. But anyways, and then the other one has Jar Jar Binks with the... I actually looked up the name of a lot of shit, so I'm not doing what I usually do. This is the new Naboo starfighter.
Ah.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna get super technical, but I'm not gonna be calling shit like, oh, you know, the Goop Man.
I will be doing Goop Man.
Okay.
I will be doing Goop Man commentary on this one.
I mean, I had all kinds of shit. I had, you know, the pit droids with the lampshade.
Yep.
I had one that was an alarm clock.
Pretty sick.
If you bonked it, you know, it would, like, I think it would stand up and stuff. So, and then there were all the toys. Oh, I made all that noise. There was all the toys. I made the noise for the toys.
Yeah, I remember there was like I for sure had a watch. I can't remember. It might have been Jar Jar Binks. Like his head comes up and there was a watch on the inside. I had a lightsaber. I remember the coolest thing I had ever seen in my little life must be 2002, 2003 at this time. The kid down the street has a bent one. Like a Dooku one. Isn't that crazy?
You said bent one, I thought you meant his dick.
He might have, I don't know.
That was crazy.
And then there's the fabled legends of a kid around the corner who has a double one, like the guy from the Phantom Menace.
This also sounds like penis.
Yeah, he had a double penis.
But that was a big thing on Reddit. There was a guy who had a double penis one time. Anyways, continue.
This, this is probably the point that you're getting at, but for a majority of my life, when I thought of Star Wars, I thought of this movie.
That's my exact point. This is my Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's not like the most... like, I think A New Hope is the most perfect one. That one's like Wizard of Oz, and I love it. And it's definitely not like the best storytelling or the best this, that, or the other, but it is just Star Wars. When I think of Star Wars, like, it's my Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's just my Star Wars.
Especially, like, I don't know what it is. It must have been like a toy or something like that I had of Anakin's pod racer. The two things up front, and then just for some reason the like blue and silver paint job on the back just always looks so cool to me.
I know, yeah. Okay. So 2 things. One, I also had the battle droid fucking gun.
Oh yeah.
But this movie right here, and the first Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh yeah.
Those 2 movies are the most nostalgic things in the world to me.
Cool.
Not in terms of, like, I revisit them often. Like, I watch Batman the anime series all the time. That's super nostalgic. I watch The Iron Giant all the time. But, like, there's something very distinct about, like, Phantom Menace and, like, Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone that is, like... It's like the first Spider-Man. Like, I would say Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Those 3 are, like, fucking Infinity Stones and the fucking Infinity Gauntlet of just fucking, like... I'm immediately, like, 4.5 again. Yeah. And everything is, like, you know, just saccharine and, like... I don't understand it. I'm just taking it in. I'm all sensory.
You start remembering smells.
Yeah, there's no processing happening. It's just all me soaking.
Yeah. You know. Absolutely.
Anyways, the movie itself.
And
go ahead.
Yeah, so
you have more.
I segue into what you're getting at. Yeah, these first three. I mean, why the third? When did the third one come out? Like
2006, 2007, I think.
Yeah. So like or
2006 or 2007. Yeah.
We were maybe a little young,
maybe
8. But absolutely the prime age for these movies
7.
when they were coming out.
Yeah. That's the other thing. This movie is definitely a children's movie.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
And I also just remembered I had a Amidala beach blanket.
Ah.
And I popped this movie on Chris the other day. I don't think I've ever seen this movie before.
Every second of this is burned into my fucking... I even... Because I had a fucking Darth Maul coin bank.
Cool.
And it was electronic, and it had a button, and it would, like... You know, it had Darth Maul, and he would just junk, like shift around with his... And he would go like, Tatooine is sparsely populated, or whatever. It's like, even lines like that are just burned into my fucking, head because of... Yeah. Anyways, continue. You said you feel like front to back, this is a brand new experience, basically, for you.
Basically, I know all the memes, basically, and all the, like... I guess, like, most relevant pop culture-y stuff that's, like, in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
But... this movie starts, and I was like, well, this is very silly. Like, them walking around in their robes. I'm like, this is silly, but, you know, it's Star Wars. I mean, it's
I want to be a Jedi so bad.
And, like, I've always been of the mindset of, like, I believe people when they're like, these movies aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Like, they got really shit on when they first came out.
Yeah.
But they're not that bad. Jar Jar Binks isn't that bad.
Yeah.
And I believe that because I know a lot of people, especially fucking... no offense, Gen X dudes, are really, really mean about stuff like this.
They are. Mr. Plinkett, the Red Letter Media guys hate these films.
Yeah. They were right on the money with this one. I think. I like a lot of this movie, but I think this movie is a bad movie.
Okay.
Like, I cannot sing the praises enough of this movie aesthetically.
Yeah. Aesthetically, it's phenomenal.
I think it's a really fun watch.
Yeah.
I didn't dislike my time watching it at all. But anytime I would be like there's so many moments where Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon Jinn will they'll do this, they'll put their hand out to do a force thing, and then it will just cut to a CGI shot of a bunch of one droid falling down.
Yeah.
And just stuff like that. And then Jar Jar Binks is, I know an understatement, but very over the top. And he's just a lot for the whole movie. And
Too
I'm
much.
Like, well, you know, it's a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I know the original ones they don't feel exactly like this. And I'm like, this is a little goofier, and they are trying to sell toys here.
Have we done, is this our first Star Wars we've done for the podcast?
It might be. But then I'm like, wait, no. This movie's about trade federations and electing senators. This movie can't have both.
Yeah.
It can't be a silly, goofy, fun kid time and also be about political strife in the galaxy, which, by the way, I've said this before, I'll say it again a million times. There's nothing I care about less than the political going-ons of people in space. Just white noise to me every single time.
So, I don't think you're wrong by any means, but I did enjoy this film. I think the statement I'll say up top is that for sure it is kind of an objectively shitty movie. It's of the quality of like a Spy Kids or something. Like it is, to me, it's for children, like a children's quality film.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far, but I agree with you, kind of.
Yeah, but at the same time, I loved it. I have so many notes.
Yeah, I've got quite a few notes too.
First off, Viceroy Newt Gunner. I think that's his name.
Yes.
I believe that's his name.
The Nemoidian? Who are the Nemoidians?
I think, he is. Yeah.
No.
Did these folks rub you the wrong way?
Oh, yeah. My first note is every alien is racist.
Yeah. So the first thing, and before someone tells me we're being woke, this is what happened, okay? The lines were given to the guy who did the voice, right? Mm-hmm. But before he did the actual voice, George Lucas apparently gave the lines to a bunch of different people of different ethnic backgrounds, and then they picked the one they liked and had the voice actor replicate that. So this is him imitating a Thai actor's accent.
Christ.
Is that not fucking insane?
That's like so many steps to be
Just
racist.
hire the fucking Thai accent.
Just hire that guy, yeah. Like,
if you like the fucking accent, hire a guy who actually has the fucking accent.
and also make a space accent. Like, that makes way more sense. But
okay. So, in the opening crawl,
I can't believe that. I'm still hung up on the
fucking mind-blowing. I've never heard some shit like that in my life. So, in the opening crawl, we find out that, like, Naboo has been cut off. There's a like, the Trade Federation has blockaded exports and imports, right? You're right. You know, boring, the goings-ons, yeah. But this is the part that I like.
Yeah.
And, go ahead. People can think I'm dumb for that because I know, like, the whole Mr. Plinkett thing was like, wow, none of that makes any sense or whatever. I don't care. I like the underside, like that plot of this movie, because you find out that it's Palpatine, and he's, like, pulling the strings. I don't understand how it works, and it probably doesn't actually work, to try to get Queen Amidala, to the Senate floor so that she could then call for a vote of no confidence, and so that they would have to elect a new Supreme Chancellor, because Palpatine's whole thing is that he's trying to get elected Supreme Chancellor, basically. And this is like him doing some shady government shit to try to like weasel his way into like the position of power that he wants. You know, and it's just neat. I like it because again we know who he is. We know that he's the guy that's gonna one day be Darth Vader's evil daddy. Like there's even a scene where like they're talking about like Darth Maul. I think he's been killed. Yeah, it's at the end. Darth Maul's been killed, and they're like, well, just remember there's always two. There's always an apprentice and a master. And they say that line, and then it's a hard cut to Palpatine, like, it's like,
it's pretty cool.
It's good.
It's pretty good.
I like it. Yeah. So, anyways, so that's what's going on. Trade Federation. 2 Jedis have been sent to settle this. They show up on the ship.
And so the Jedis are like
just peaceful.
Pinkertons?
They're like neutral. They have no elite. Well, they work for the Republic.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to show up and just be like, because the Republic ideally should be neutral, I guess, in a sense. But so they're supposed to be neutral to each party that's a part of the Republic, the Nabooians, whatever, and then the Trade Republic people. They're supposed to kind of be like, what's going on, guys? Mm-hmm. What are we doing? We're supposed to go for peace. But Palpatine's like, give in, right?
I'm sure we'll get to it, but I laughed out loud when he's on the phone with them in his evil hood, and then he hangs up and they look at each other and they go, we should not have made this deal. So good.
So they fill that room with gas. Before that, even when the C-3PO like droid, that's not a C-3PO, I don't, whatever,
a silver one,
yeah, but he brings like the just the silver cups that they have to drink out of and stuff, like just little shit like that in the movie. I'm like, oh, this is so good.
You know what I like about this movie?
Huh.
I love, and I totally understand it, like it doesn't aesthetically look that much like the older Star Wars movies.
I know, but it looks so good.
But it looks so good, and I like it in the sense of like this is a civilization that is thriving.
Yeah.
And then later when the bad guys are in control, by the time you get to episode 4, everyone's kind of just cobbling stuff together.
Yeah.
And like things are a little bit rougher and not so smooth around the edges and stuff like that. And so I really like the look of that in this movie. And then R2-D2 shows up, and I'm like, you do not fit in this movie at all.
Yeah.
It feels like
same thing with C-3PO. He doesn't fit the droid. Yeah. The droids of the sequel trilogy or whatever it's called, or the prequels. Yeah, they clash very much with the
R2-D2 showing up in this movie feels like if I was watching The Sopranos.
Yeah.
And then R2-D2 showed up.
Yeah.
It was very jarring.
Yeah. So here's something I want to say really quick. Actually, it totally left my mind. Here's something I want to say really quick that actually has to do with the plot of the film. So when they get gassed, and then the droids open the door, and you just see their lightsabers in the fog, it should look way cooler. I know it should look way cooler, but it looks cool enough. It's fucking cool. I'm like, that's cool.
Do they do it now, or have they already done their Scooby-Doo run?
Which one? Oh, where they dash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
The Force dash.
Love that.
Yeah.
Got a good out loud laugh from me.
Then the destroyers. Pretty sweet. With their bubble.
What do they call them? The droidicas?
They might have.
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
So let's see. We did the voice thing with the Thai people, and there's the kill them lightsabers in the fog, cutting through the door. So cool.
I
immediately remember.
I think we've moved past it already, but I did write a note down after Scooby-Doo run to ask Chris to do a voice of one of the aliens.
Oh,
and you don't.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, Watto I think is the safest voice you can do.
Andy.
He's so good. We'll get to him.
He's also distinctly supposed to be like a grimy Middle Eastern.
Is he?
Guy? Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Never mind. It's not safe to do a Watto.
Yeah. Anyways, they cut through the door. So cool. And then they sneak through some vents, and they go to like a hangar on their ship, and they realize there's a fucking massive invasion army ready to deploy on Naboo, right? Now, let me stop here to say this is a strength of the film, in my opinion, is the adventure they're on. Like, that you start, like, it's very episodic. It's very much like one of those, like, serials, like a Flash, like from back in the day.
Yeah.
You start off, there's this Trade Federation shit, and the Jedis are supposed to go, like, settle it, right? But then they end up, an attempt is made on their life, and they escape through the vents, and they end up in a room full of all of the invading droids, and they decide to stow away on one of the invading like battle army ships, and they end up on Naboo, right? And they're there, and they need to get to the princess or whatever, Queen Amidala, right? But instead they bump into Jar Jar Binks, and they're like,
they sure do.
Fucking God. And that's also considered pretty racist. A lot of people online are like, he's kind of just like a modern day minstrel show. Like, this is kind of racist. Like,
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's a lot of what the discourse is about Jar Jar Binks for sure.
He's not. I get him. I get it. I get having him in the movie. And he's arguably, at times, I think funny.
Yeah. He tone it down like 70% and it would have been.
He's there to, they show up. Something happens, and then he goes, silly thing, and then you laugh, and then the scene's over.
Yeah.
The problem is that he is in every single scene.
Too many scenes.
He's in the whole movie.
Yeah.
And like,
squeeze me.
It's like that got me. That's pretty good. But they're like when they're at Watto's house or shop or whatever. There's a
house and shop, just like. That's how the Middle Easterns do. He's
walking. He does the thing with the
That's the movie being racist, not me.
Yeah, there's all the shenanigans with the pit droid, right? And he can't figure out how to turn it off. And then I swear to God, a scene ends with him just like stumbling through the back, and he's got like a bunch of gears and cogs in his mouth for some reason.
That's what he eats.
Crazy. Anyway,
I'm joking. Queen Amidala, which again I know it's not actually Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman is the handmaiden, and the handmaiden is the queen because they swapped it.
I remember reading somewhere that it's both of them.
Huh.
Sometimes it's Natalie Portman, sometimes it's Keira Knightley.
Hey, I can never tell. But she got that shit on. That is an iconic fit. Yeah. Iconic fit.
I saw it in person. They had a thing at the DIA
crazy.
with a bunch of Star Wars stuff.
And you know what else? Her Royal Guards, the guys in like the brown leather with like the blue, they got that shit on.
They got that shit on.
They got that fucking shit on.
Yeah, the DIA had a Star Wars exhibit that I think was traveling from museum to museum, and I remember telling somebody when I went to go see it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not even like that big of a Star Wars fan, but I think it's like Chris is always saying, it's the first Star Wars is like the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Going to go see this stuff is like going to see like American history.
Or something. Yeah.
It's awesome. It's like seeing anything else at a museum.
Yeah.
And then I got there and immediately I was like, oh, fucking the Space Wizards. This is awesome.
So Qui-Gon saves Jar Jar. He now owes him like a life debt or whatever. Qui-Gon, Jar Jar's like, oh, I could take you to Gungan City or whatever. They call it something else, but it's Gungan City. Mm-hmm. And Qui-Gon's like, that'd be great. And then Jar Jar's like, oh, that might not be such a good idea. And he's like, why? He's like, because lots of terrible things are going to happen if I go back there. I got kicked out. And they're like, you hear that noise off in the distance? That's 1,000 terrible things coming right here. So, pick your poison. And they decide to go underwater. So cool. Adventure.
They put on their little rebreathers, which they could have used when the gas was happening.
Yeah. And then they swim down to Gungan City, which looks fucking awesome.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I mean,
I think it looks awesome.
To each his own, but I remember not loving it.
No, I think it looks awesome.
I got a question about Boss Nass.
Okay, Boss Nass.
Why does he look like that? The rest of them...
Like a frogman?
Yeah, he's a frogman, but like Jar Jar and everyone else are like lizard dog men, you know?
Yeah. There's like some giraffe in there also.
Yeah. And then the boo 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 boo.
Yeah, he does the all the time.
For no reason. Also, when this movie starts,
yeah,
and they're on the thing and they're fighting all the droids.
Yeah.
By the way, love the Roger guys. They're great.
Roger. Yeah.
Can't get enough of them. I love that they have different voices.
Yeah.
They show up and I'm like, okay, yeah, these guys are clearly CGI.
Yeah.
But they don't look bad. Like they don't look awful. I'm still in it. It doesn't really take me out of the movie. And then Jar Jar shows up and I'm like, oof, oof, is awful.
Here's something I'll say. Now again, I'm a young man, so what do I know? The original trilogy, like you were saying a moment ago, the scope is much smaller, right? Mm-hmm. And you were mentioning like the decadence of like this time and these people, right, in their prime, and how the original trilogy feels like a post that, like a decay in a sense. One thing is, it's also just like perhaps we're existing on the fringes, right?
Okay, yeah.
And there are cities like that, just the story's not taking place there,
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
But the other thing is, this is the part where I feel like maybe I'm talking out of my ass, because again, I'm a young man, I don't know what I'm talking about. But just because I wasn't around for Star Wars, there's like, if you go to Disney Plus, you can watch like fucking Ewoks Battle of Endor that came out in like fucking 1979. You know what I'm saying? Like there was some expanded universe shit that happened before I was around. But to me, the thing that Phantom Menace does is like just blows the fucking gates wide open for like what the universe is and can be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just so much more expansive and like just everything we're talking about. Like you're fucking, what Naboo City looks like, which is fucking beautiful. I love the way Naboo City looks like. And then Gungan City, and it's just, so it's just, and all the different types of fucking, even on Tatooine, when you go to the fucking like, the speed racer race, there's fucking, the two-headed fucking creature that's doing the radio thing, and then there's all the people who are riding the fucking speeders and stuff. It's just a way different, in my opinion. I mean, to be fair, there are things in like A New Hope and with like the Cantina, and then the fuck Mos Eisley, and then there's Return of the Jedi, the Jabba's palace, where you see a bunch of different types of creatures, and that is very expansive. But I just feel like Phantom Menace really just kind of blows the door was wide open, and
absolutely, yeah.
So, anyways,
they talk to Boss Nass.
Yeah,
they gotta go.
Right, Boss Nass decides to help him, gives him a ship transport because
they don't want Jar. Oh, he does the Jedi.
Yeah, Qui-Gon Jedi mind tricks him. Yeah.
What's the ship? What's the name of the ship that they send him out on?
This is a quiz?
It's a bongo.
A bongo.
And it's my favorite line in the movie.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan are walking away, and Obi-Wan looks at Qui-Gon Jinn and he goes, "Master, what's a bongo?" That made me laugh very hard.
It's good.
Because later we find out Anakin's mom's name is Shmi.
Yeah.
Like, we're making up names that are Shmi, but a ship is going to be a bongo.
Yeah.
Like, make a new word.
Hey, here's another one. This is my favorite word in this movie. The plasma, like the blue and purple like balls that they launch on the catapults.
Yes.
Fuck, they look great. I want to eat one.
They're fun, yeah.
They're called boomas.
Boomas?
Yeah, boomas.
So good.
Because they're bombs. They go boom.
What are the Jar Jar says something like, it's an ouchie time when they go to war, and it was really good. Yeah, it's good. So they leave on this ship, and they also convince Boss Nass to let them take Jar Jar to be their guide. And then here's another part of the expanded universe thing. Like, they're in the mid. Oh yeah, because Boss Nass says the quickest way would be to go through the fucking core of the planet. Yeah. So they're speeding through the fucking core of the planet, and there's this giant fish chasing them, and he's about to eat another giant fucking creature eats it. And Qui-Gon goes, "Always a bigger fish." Yep. Anyways, it is at this point that I wrote Jar Jar is too much. He absolutely is. So the capital city, Naboo City, that I was saying earlier, it's actually called Theed. Theed. I might not be saying it right, but that's what it's called. And I think it's phenomenal. There's like such an interesting blending of like sci-fi, but also like vaguely Eastern Asian and Art Deco. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And it's just so mwah. Yeah, they made that those two Battlefront games that everybody hated. Yeah. The past like 10 years. I remember really liking the first one because it's just like just a fun shooter in Star Wars places. But then the second one, they added a bunch of prequel stuff to it. I remember being blown away playing that, being like, this all looks so good.
Yeah. So, are you talking about the one that came out in like 2018?
Yeah, something like that. No one liked it because it had a lot of microtransactions and pay-to-win stuff, and that's what
Oh, EA.
Oh, yeah.
So, the Naboo Royal Starship, not the Starfighter, the yellow one, but the fucking silver one, the one that's just,
I made sure to write that down.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Every time they show it, I'm like, ooh.
So they go to Theed, they go to the capital city, and basically they fucking they tell the queen, like, come on, we gotta go and we're gonna hide, right? Like, we're gonna go to Tatooine and hide. They go to Tatooine to hide, and when they land, they break a part of the ship or whatever. So they're like, what?
It's a big problem I have with this movie.
Yeah.
Is that I feel like the whole middle of it, they go, Obi-Wan, go sit on the ship. And then he's just gone from the movie for whatever reason for way too long.
Okay.
Like, I don't feel a lot between him and Qui-Gon Jinn because I feel like...
Okay. They should have spent more time together?
They should have spent a lot more time together instead of being like,
that's fair.
Go sit on the ship.
Yeah. We do get a cutaway, though, to Coruscant.
Yes.
Which is the planet that all of it looks like you're flying over a city because the planet itself is one big city.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Fucking awesome. That's a great example of, like I was saying a second ago, just blowing the doors wide open on this universe. So fucking cool.
I like Coruscant.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of, I'm sure you and I have said this on this show before, but I really want a Star Wars thing that doesn't got a lightsaber in it.
Yeah.
Just people on Coruscant doing stuff.
Yeah. Well, what about that show Andor? You ever watch Andor?
Everybody tells me that's what Andor is, and I go, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to watch Andor.
Yeah.
I believe you that that's what it is, but it turns out I don't actually want that bad.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it.
You're right. I'm sure one day I probably will watch it. I'm like, why didn't I watch this earlier?
Yeah.
But yeah, for right now, you're right. I have said that exact thing before, and again, I'm not saying this. I'm saying this through my actions. My actions clearly tell me that I don't actually want that, or else I would have watched fucking Andor already. Yeah. So you're right. You're right. All right. The maroon room with like the silver lamps and such. Oh, I'm on the floor. Wow. So good. So good. So down on the planet, that's when we meet our Watto.
We sure do.
And we meet little Anakin Skywalker from Jingle All the Way.
I liked Watto, and I thought he didn't look that bad.
Yeah.
But then I noticed his beard.
His beard is insane.
That's hard to look at.
That's the most 1999 CGI thing you could possibly do.
Yeah. It reminded me of in Toy Story 1, there's all those fucked up toys at Santa's house.
The hair.
The baby that's missing one eye and it's got the claw. Its hair is what Watto's chin looks like.
It was at this point I thought of our good friend, Werner Herzog.
Yes.
And I thought, more puppets, cowards.
Yeah. Shout out to him.
Yeah, because there was that point where, for those that don't know, he was somehow involved. I don't know how. He was involved with Mandalorian and Grogu, the show.
He's an actor. He's one of the, I think, main supporting cast in the first season.
And apparently,
I saw 3 episodes, and he was very heavily in it.
He has a very deep connection, apparently, with the Grogu doll. And he was very, very offended and very angry at the show that they were even considering potentially having him be CGI. Mm-hmm. And he famously called them cowards for even considering it. So
I mean, I was going to say he has a lot of stories like that, but I can only think of one other one. So he has 2 stories like that.
Yeah.
Where he came and visited the set of The Shining, I believe. And, when Danny's riding his bike through the halls, and it's like, and then it stops when he goes over the carpet, and then it goes, and then it stops and it goes over the carpet. That was his idea, apparently. Okay. Well, that's sick as hell, man. Great job. So, whatever. They end up on the fucking Naboo for a while. We know this part. This part's great. Anakin's a slave. His mom's a slave to Watto, and or something like that. And they are slaves, but they also have a house. Just work at his store, basically. Yeah. I don't know what the Star Wars definition of a slave, but also I'm not I don't want to see intense slavery in a Star Wars movie, if I'm being honest, but it does seem strange. Watto has the part they need, but they don't have any money because they've got Republic critics, which are no good on the outer reaches of this universe. And apparently Watto's people are immune to a Jedi mind trick. Yeah. For whatever reason. Yeah. Which is cool, maybe. Wait, well... Hold on. I am undecided because they've also established in the lore that midichlorians
flow through every living life form.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's my understanding that the Force is kind of being in tune with that, manipulating that. And so, like, what does it say about Watto that... Does he not have any of that?
I have no idea.
And then the other thing is, like... Well, I guess it's a levels thing. I guess Jedis have more midichlorians?
That could be true.
Because that's the whole thing, is that Anakin's are off the chart.
I don't think that it works like midichlorians affect other midichlorians, and that's how you use the Force. I think midichlorians just connect you to the Force more. So I don't think Watto not being able to be mind erased has anything to do with midichlorians. I think he's just built different.
Well, let me read you the quote real quick.
Oh, okay.
Qui-Gon Jinn. The first thing that comes up when you type in midichlorian is midichlorian count. Like, what's his count? I guess he canonically has a count. I want to see the explanation of him saying it. Okay. Right here. Qui-Gon Jinn. Midichlorians, write this down. Midichlorians are a microscopic life form that reside within all living cells. They're inside your cells, and we are symbionts with them. Life forms living together for mutual advantage. Without the midichlorians, life could not exist, and we would have no knowledge of the Force. They continually speak to us, telling us the will of the Force.
Okay.
So yeah, all I'm saying is I don't know how the lore shakes out. I don't know what would make someone. I don't know what would make someone immune to the Jedi mind trick. Like what's actually happening in a sense. But I do. Why I'm conflicted is because I'm like I like the idea that it doesn't work on everybody. But to me, it's like, well, then wouldn't it make more sense if it didn't work on like droids or something? Because like Watto's a living guy, and it kind of sounds like the Force to me is like just manipulating natural matter. So why would it not work on Watto? But I'm probably thinking about it too much.
Maybe.
So, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's weird. Anyways, they need to make some money. They go meet Anakin and his slave mom, and the slave mom says that, like, oh yeah, Anakin's like, Anakin says a lot of things.
Man, Anakin's too good at stuff.
He's too good at stuff, for sure.
And I think it's a real missed opportunity to not have him use the Force at all in his daily life.
Yeah.
Like, especially, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, when he's in the ship and he's got the big magnet stick that he's put, have him use the Force. Show me that he is Anakin Skywalker that will become Darth Vader one day.
Yeah, I think you're right. I would say, I've heard this complaint a lot where it, like, just people are just like, it's too much pressure to put on a child to be like, yeah, you're going to play the child version of this, like, super icon. Yeah. But yeah, he should have been probably doing a lot less. He probably should have been doing a lot less.
He's a great pilot. Padme asks him.
He's great at making stuff.
He said, I've been a pilot my whole life. He's 6.
Yeah.
I think. He's good at building stuff, so he built a robot, and I think that's just so we could squeeze C-3PO in here somewhere. Yeah.
He's building C-3PO currently.
I wrote down, Watto says something to him, and he responds with, Mi tasa jupasa. Made me laugh.
Good.
That's it.
Yeah. It's like Simlish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, my thing is with the Anakin, he can definitely be good at stuff and smart, but I wish it was just a little more subtle where it's like, what's up with this kid?
Yes, absolutely. Instead of him just being like, guys,
let me tell you all about me instead of showing you about me.
Also, he's Christ.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Qui-Gon tells the Jedi Council that he believes that he was conceived of the midichlorians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
That they just kind of willed him into being.
Pretty cool.
Right. You know what I do like? And I don't think this was intentional. It could have been intentional, but I believe it's categorized as a fan theory. Could be wrong. But the idea that, like, Anakin is to bring balance to the Force. And at the time that he is brought in, there's actually a great imbalance in the Force.
Yeah.
There's, like, a fucking 1,000 Jedi to, like, 2 Sith. So
yeah.
to bring balance to it would be to him to fucking kill all the younglings and destroy all the Jedi. And
that's, I'm sure, a good point, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of neat.
I do like that.
Kind of dark. Kind of good. People really hate The Last Jedi.
That's a bummer. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, I like that one too. All right, so then there's that scene where they all go, because, well, I guess I should say, I didn't write anything down for this. That's crazy. The pod racing happens.
Yeah, they need parts from Watto, and so they're like, hey, if he wins this race, you give us the parts we need. If he loses a race, you get our whole ship. So if you get our ship, but if he wins, we get the parts we need, and you keep the winning money. Okay, bye.
Sorry, I forgot. I so rudely interrupted.
They make the deal they make with Watto is like, you put up the money for the race to bet on the race. If Anakin wins, you get to keep the winning money, but you have to give us the parts we need for our ship. And if we lose, you get our ship. And I don't know if they have this conversation now, if you ask him about it later, but
a little bit later.
Qui-Gon Jinn also throws in. He's like, if we win, we get to take Anakin with us because we think he
cheats at a game of
dice.
It's called like something like fortune dice or something though, or like Anyways, yeah.
And he's like, Qui-Gon Jinn's like, yeah, we get to take Anakin. He's not your slave anymore. And then Watto's like, yeah, but you can't take his mom. I get to keep his mom. And
Qui-Gon he's like, for the mom and the boy. And he's like, what? He's like, this isn't worth 2 slaves. And he's like, then just the boy. And he's like, all right, fine.
Yeah, he says, yeah.
Oh, he's like, let's leave it up to chance. And he's like, chance cubes.
Yeah.
They play a game of chance cubes.
Yeah. Tells him he can't have Shmi. Qui-Gon Jinn's like, I literally could not care less.
I do not want that woman. She's...
And then we get to the pod race, but real quick, just because I have it written down in my notes, there's that scene where all the little kids come up and are watching Anakin fix his ship.
Warwick Davis is there.
He gets
as a little baby Greedo.
Not Qui-Gon. Jar Jar gets his tongue stuck in the laser, and it goes all numb.
Classic.
Right before then, Jar Jar sticks his hand in one of the fans and gets it stuck in there. The close-up shot of Jar Jar putting his hand in the fan is very clearly a man in a Jar Jar Binks costume.
Yeah.
Instead of being CGI. And it felt like, in Courage the Cowardly Dog, when a character shows up and it's a different animation type, so it's scary and unsettling. Mm-hmm. That's how that felt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The pod racing scene is one of my favorites. I think it's actually really well done.
It is.
Sound, especially like when it's quiet, and then you just...
Yep.
I think it's quiet. It's good. The whole time I was like, this is pod racing.
I'm thrilled. This is pod racing.
Later on, I'm just going to say it now. He says that. He says, now this is pod racing. It's not. I feel like that line should have been, now this beats pod racing or something.
Yeah.
That's probably me nitpicking, but I was just like, as soon as he said it, I was like, for some reason it struck me different this time. I was like, no, it's not. This is not pod racing. This is nothing like pod racing.
Dude, I've been thinking about a lot. Talking about like iconic lines and hearing them in context. We're playing the James Bond game constantly. Just the fucking how good it is when he says, "What do you expect me to talk?" And he goes, "No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die." And then he leaves. Oh, it's so good. I can't stop thinking about it. It's an all-timer.
So he wins the race narrowly. What's the guy's name? Sebulba.
That's another thing that really got me. Where I was like I don't think I've seen this movie. I know who Sebulba is.
Yeah.
Every time I see him on screen, I go, "Hey, it's Sebulba."
Yeah.
When he attacks Jar Jar Binks, and walks out on his hands with his feet up in the air, I was like, I did not know Sebulba moved like this.
Yeah.
This is...
He also sabotages Anakin.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's like, you're going to die, bitch. How old is this man? This is a man. This is not a child.
Yeah.
And he's fucking pissed at his 6-year-old.
We don't know. We don't know.
I think I've got a good... Look up the wiki right now. I bet if they have... Then tell me what...
Sebulba could be 9. We don't know.
Sebulba's age.
Have you seen the Star Wars racing game that's coming out?
I have not. Does it have speed racing in it?
It's like it's got pod racing. It's got like a bunch of ship races and stuff like that.
I definitely want to do pod racing.
It's made by a team of people who made like all the Need for Speed games.
Whoa,
and
yeah.
It seems very promising.
Growing up, I played this game called Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition.
Hell yeah.
It's a Rockstar game.
Yeah.
It's really good. I'd love to play it. I played the fuck out of that game.
Let's see. Sebulba's from Malastare. What species is he? A Doug, obviously.
He's a Doug, yeah.
He's a male. His pronouns are he, him. His height is 1.12 meters. His eyes are yellow. His skin is purple and beige, and I don't know how old he is.
You didn't just Google Sebulba age?
I'm just looking at him on the Wikipedia.
Okay. Anyways, he wins. Surprise, surprise. He gets to leave. He tells bye-bye to his mama. Later on, Sand People kill his mom. And that makes him very sad. Oh, and then he goes and slaughters the whole Sand People village to get revenge. It's his first little... Well, not his first, but one of his big hints of having a dark side. He's a bad boy, Anakin is.
Bulba's exact birth year and age are never explicitly stated in canonical Star Wars lore. However, in the Phantom Menace, he's an adult he's an adult in his physical prime. But Chris, Doug's genuinely reached maturity relatively early. So he could be 9. We don't know.
So after the pod race, though, they go back to Naboo.
They sure do.
And they decide to recruit, because they don't have an army, they decide to recruit the people of the Jar Jars of Gungan City. They go meet with Boss Nass. They also meet in this place where there's like Buddhist heads coming out of the ground and like trees growing over top of them. And I'm just like, this is fucking awesome. I love this. And yeah, I believe it's this scene where Natalie Portman is like, that's my handmaid and I'm the real queen. I humbly ask that you help us.
Is there a reason she did that?
We love you. I don't know.
She kind of just does it, I feel
like. Yeah,
like.
when would you do it, I guess, you know?
That's a good point.
At some point, you just got to go for it, I guess.
But I feel like if you were to write that into a script, you would have the answer to that question before you did it, you know?
This part is one of the most nostalgic parts of the movie for me, is when they do battle on the Windows XP background.
Chris, I have that written in my notes that they fight on the Windows XP background. It's
It's exactly what they do, right?
It looks really fun.
It does. It just reminds me of like World of Warcraft just came out. Like it's just you know what I'm saying? It's just like so the first couple of years of the 2000s for me. The boomas are really pleasing. I also wrote down Naboo Starfighter because I also like the yellow. The just silver, the Starfighter, the Naboo Starfighter, the yellow one. That also looks fucking phenomenal.
So good. The ships are incredible in this.
I just want to look at the names of all the folks who worked on this motherfucker. Aesthetically, the aesthetics of this. I know we've said it a million times, but it's just it would be a perfect for me. I would say everybody who worked on it, you nailed it. Great job.
You get a Sebulba action figure for $25.
I think Sebulba looks good.
It will be at my house by the time I get home.
Do it.
I might. I really might.
I also will say the lightsaber duel did something to me.
Yeah?
I like the lightsaber duel.
I don't.
Okay, why not?
I think it might be...
Just the middle ground between like original Star Wars and then what Star Wars became?
It's all too floaty. Like,
okay.
I think this is going to be a blasphemous thing for me to say. But I really like how lightsabers move in the newest Star Wars movies.
Yeah, I like that and the original one. They
heavier.
have like a weight to them. Yeah, for sure.
This is fun, though. I do like when Obi-Wan Kenobi jumps 2 stories.
Yeah.
Or they do splits and stuff like that. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I mean, mainly like when they get separated by the energy gates.
Yes.
It's good.
He sits down and he
meditates. Obi-Wan has to watch Qui-Gon get stabbed.
And I love just...
Obi-Wan cuts him in half.
With the behind the gates, just Darth Maul just pacing back and forth, just keeping himself angry. I love that. That's fun.
Yeah, it's good. Because anger leads to hate. Hate leads to...
indigestion.
So anyways, they defeat evil. Evil's been defeated.
Also, I'm sorry, the song that plays, I know there's a name for it, but while they're fighting, it is sick as hell.
Oh, Freebird.
It's like the Freebird's like the
How
best Star
crazy
Wars
would that be if in the middle of a Star Wars movie just a fucking...
I'd stand up. I'd be so excited, yeah. Duel of Fates, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
It's a good Star Wars song. Yeah. It's number 2.
Behind?
The main theme.
Oh, yeah? Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's Duel of Fates, yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Anyway, yeah, they kick his ass, they cut him in half.
Yeah.
He's dead, or not. Who knows?
Qui-Gon also dies, but he's like, you must train the boy.
Yep.
Which earlier, the Jedi Council was kind of like, we're not going to train that boy. Or we'll consider it maybe. But Yoda just keeps being like, I don't know, his future's cloudy. And then eventually Yoda's like, his future's dark, I think. I feel a darkness, you know?
I really also don't like them.
Yeah.
The Jedi Counselor. They are so boring. And the room that they're in is so boring. And there's no like pomp and circumstance to like, this is the Jedi Council. They you just cut and you're in the room with them and they're just talking like at a business meeting.
Yeah,
it's
I will say
strange.
That it's definitely worth some critique. Like, the way that they're portrayed, it's like they're just weird bureaucrats in a room. But I guess it's like, it's realistic in another sense. Like, I can understand how like the Jedi become that. And in my opinion, that sets the stage for there to need to be a disruption, like an Anakin, to kind of like bring balance to the Force. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the example of the Jedis who live on Coruscant. You know what I'm saying? Like, that are so snug with the Republic that they live on the most. You know what I mean? They're not out in the field helping people and like healing and like, you know, whatever. They're sitting in a room all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, it's like, and I know George probably had a lot of like, I didn't listen to anything, but like that kind of like fall of the Roman Republic kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, where like everything's just so like perfect and decadent that like, you know, things just crumble or whatever. So yeah, I agree with you, but also like, while not my ideal Jedi, I think it's a nice backdrop for the story that's about to unfold.
Yeah, I feel like I need to see Jedi before they were this.
Yeah.
Because I just don't feel.
Yeah.
Like if I got the idea from these guys that like, oh yeah, they're like too big for their britches and they're not really like doing the Jedi Order thing anymore. They're like a little bit too full of themselves.
Yeah.
I would get it more. Also, if Yoda wasn't there, I feel like that would fit a little bit more. I don't like knowing that Yoda's this guy and then goes to the swamp to be a cool guy.
And it's all goofy.
He's
way goofy in the originals. He's like the OG of Jar Jar, but not too much. He's not too much.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah, I will say, I think Yoda, maybe it happens later. I don't know. But I would like to see a Yoda that's perhaps like, he's already over it. He already sees what the Jedi has become, and he's like, I don't want to be on this council. This is not the Jedi way.
Mm-hmm.
That would be more fitting for Yoda, even at this point, in my opinion.
Have you seen the original Yoda for this movie?
No. Was it a puppet?
Yeah. The like version that you can watch now everywhere, like I think even on like a DVD, is they like remastered it when he went through and remastered all of them, and he added a CGI Yoda instead of a puppet.
Yeah, mine had a CGI.
Yeah.
So, in summation, what was I about to say? Oh, no. Before I get to the summation, have you ever seen the clip of George Lucas watching one of the cuts, maybe like for the first time, whatever? I don't know, but it's him watching an early cut at like his ranch or whatever, just like kind of alone, I think, and it wraps, and they have a camera rolling on him, and he's like, I think I may be doing too much.
Yeah. And you know what sucks?
Yeah.
You know what is glaringly obvious while watching this movie?
He's doing too much.
He's doing too much, and he's watching it alone in a room by himself.
Yeah.
There are millions and millions of stories that you can hear from the original 3 Star Wars where you're like, this person really came in and saved Star Wars at the last minute, or his ex-wife that just passed away, I can't remember her first name, the last name Lucas, who edited the original Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that, where like somebody came in and did a Werner Herzog and fixed it a little bit, and then I think with these ones he was just alone putting CGI stuff everywhere.
Yeah,
and it suffers for it, I would say.
There's some good humor in the original trilogy, though, that I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Like there's that scene where they've broken in to the Death Star and they're wearing like the stormtrooper shit. And they like shoot a little bit, and then over the speaker or whatever, like someone's like, "What's going on there?" or whatever, and Han Solo's like, "Nothing. Everything is fine. We're doing good. How are you?" Like,
yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it's good. Anyways, in summation, I give it a B. Could be way better. There are a lot of things I love. It's a mixed bag. Okay, that's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's a fucking mixed bag. It's not a great movie, but it is. It is what it is, man. It's the Phantom Menace. It's got to be one of my favorites.
I would say this movie is a mixed bag. Yes, I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff I really like in it. There's a bunch of stuff I really don't like in it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a hard C.
Yeah.
I feel like that's dead in the middle.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not bad. Just a C.
Yeah. Like my friend Chloe has a cutout, like a Mountain Dew cutout from the time of Obi-Wan. And it's like very dark and moody, and he's like holding Qui-Gon's lightsaber, and he's like all green. Mm-hmm. The green's the only thing lighting him. And it's just so like 1999, I'm just like, wow.
So good.
So fucking good. I like Obi-Wan's look in this. This is the only movie he rocks it in for the next 2 movies. For the next one, he's got like the mullet and the beard, and then the last one he's got just like a clean cut in the beard. But
You know what also sucks about Star Wars? Like in the same vein as Andor?
Yeah.
There's an Obi-Wan show with Ewan McGregor.
And I'll just never see it.
And Hayden Christensen plays Darth Vader in it, and they fight each other.
Wow.
And that sounds awesome.
It does. I kind of actually want to watch it.
Never going to see it. I'm never going to watch it.
I kind of do. When this wrapped up, I was like, honestly, like I was thinking about there was another like Clone Wars cartoon that came out just before the one that went on for like 13 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of want to watch it. Watched it a lot when I was a kid. It almost looks like Samurai Jack.
Yeah, I think it's the same showrunner. Like,
yeah.
What's his
I watched
name?
the fuck out of it when I was a kid. I watched it all the time. I had a DVD.
Let me see. The Clone Wars.
It's on Disney Plus.
Created by George Lucas. Bada. Dave Filoni. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for. Yeah, the guy who made Samurai Jack and then Primal and all that stuff. I think he did work on this, and that's why it looks like that. But
okay.
I also could be wrong. Anyway, you watch another movie?
We did watch one more movie. So the other movie we watched is Return to Oz.
Mm-hmm. And Chris, why did we watch this movie?
Why did we watch this movie?
So what I'm asking you?
Don't know. I think it was one of those things where in the moment I just thought about an odd movie I saw one time when I was younger that I was pretty certain I don't like. I want to like, and I just wanted to revisit that fever dream I had.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Almost like Monkey Bone, maybe.
Yeah. Chris?
What?
Glad you did. I really like this movie.
You like this one?
I had a blast. Yeah.
So I don't dislike it. I just think that it commits. Like it's such a it's boring. In that like old Yeller way. Just something about that like mid to late 80s like Disney movie where it's just like again, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but just like I'm like, do you have a main character? Like what is like what are we is there someone I'm supposed to be attached to here? Because like what the fuck am I watching?
That's how I felt about a Phantom Menace too,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it charmed me. I found
this
movie
charming. It's definitely charming. It's one of those things like it's a dark fantasy film as they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that for that. And I love that aspect of it. And definitely not a hater. Like I said, it's just... It's an aesthetic that like it pleases me like an ASMR where it like tickles me in a way, but I'm not like obsessed in it and I don't need to like live in it.
Yes, yeah.
You know? But it is very pleasing because it is like one of those things where like, you know, I feel like today there's like a I've seen this where it's like, you know, there's like a trend towards like, oh, this is an Instagram page that just uses AI to make like a dark fantasy edit of Adventure Time, you know? And like this is one of those movies where it's like clearly this is where they're getting quote unquote dark fantasy from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another movie like that I haven't seen is Labyrinth. I've never seen Labyrinth. There's a lot of like probably bigger dark fantasy films like that I just haven't seen. My only real touchstone for it is Return to Oz. But yeah, this is just a film I watched like as a child one time. Like I don't know why it got rented or whatever, but you know, me and my sister loved The Wizard of Oz. My grandma Rose seemed to love The Wizard of Oz. It was one of the few films I remember her having like on VHS in her you know, like growing up, my grandpa had like a living room that he spent most of his time with, and like a family room that like my grandma spent most of her time in. Mm-hmm. And you know, yeah, it was like always on. I feel like I just remember always watching The Wizard of Oz with her. That and Willy Wonka.
Ooh,
yeah. So anyways, so yeah, growing up, we loved that film, and then for some reason I watched Return to Oz, and I was like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
I was just like, what the fuck? Because, you know.
Yeah,
it's not bad. It's just like you put those two movies together, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the brief amount of reading I did about this movie is it seems to be that this movie did not do well because of that specifically.
Yeah.
Like people went to go see it, going, "Oh, cool, sequel to Wizard of Oz," and they went, "What the fuck?"
Well, because it's
made my child cry.
Yeah.
Because the movie's scary.
Yeah. Yes. So there's a couple of things, and yes, I read a lot of like when I was watching it. Here's something I'll say about it. It's one of those movies where it's like I could see because I have friends like this, like a specific young girl would watch this, and this would be like the most important movie she's ever seen. You know, so just be like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I could just see like a I don't know why, but it seems like a movie that would speak to, like, I think I'm basing it off of, like, I read, like, I didn't read it, but I skimmed like one like AV Club article written by a lady who was like, this movie blew my mind as a child, and I was like, yeah, I could see that for like a specific young girl. Like, this could be, not that it's a gendered thing, but I could just. My sister loved Willow. Willow blew her fucking mind. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's one of those movies where I feel like a young girl could see this and just have her fucking shit blown back. Can't remember where I was going, so I'm just gonna abandon ship and just say, go back to a little bit of reading. That's what it was. So, The Wizard of Oz. Do you know how many books are in the Wizard of Oz chronology?
No, but a bunch.
Canonical. It's 40.
40.
14 of them were written by Frank Baum. So those are the main 14, and then there's like apparently, you know, the other ones are considered canonical, but they're not written by him.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, MGM has the rights to like proper film Wizard of Oz, like Ruby Slippers.
Yeah.
Like they even like, from what I've read, the Wicked Witch, like the specific shade of green she is. If you even get close to that shit, they'll sue your fucking dick and pussy off. So they own all that shit. So that's why this movie doesn't really look like it, you know? Because it's kind of based specifically on the next two books in the Frank Baum shit.
Okay.
And apparently they had to pay through their dick and pussy for the fucking, even showing the Ruby Slippers at the end.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently that cost them a pretty penny, from what I've read.
That's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah. So, but I would like you to continue. I'm enjoying listening to you talk about this film.
I knew absolutely nothing about this movie.
Had you ever heard of it?
I'd heard of it, and I'd seen TikTok before. I don't know where.
Oh, TikTok, yeah.
But I know of him. And yeah, I just started this, and you nailed it. It's just got that late 80s Disney feel, live-action Disney feel to it that I like, and it feels cozy.
It is cozy.
It reminds me of, like, obviously a higher production budget, but it reminds me of the Goosebumps TV show, kind of.
Sure, yeah.
And yeah, you nail it. It's just cozy, but I don't want to live there, you know?
Yeah.
It's
real. It's like cozy and unsettling at the same time. Like so in the beginning, you open in Kansas, and she like finds a key to Oz, and she brings it up to her aunt, and her aunt's like, dude, do not start the fucking Oz shit again, or else I will take you to the doctor who will zap your dreams out of your head.
Yeah.
And she does. She brings him to a sanatorium to have a fucking doctor shock the fucking...
No, it's funnier than that. What happens is, like, her aunt and uncle are like, I think we should go get her brain shocked. And her uncle's like, I don't think so. And the next day, she's like, I found this key to Oz. And the aunt's like, that's it.
Yeah.
We are shocking those brains.
Yeah. Yeah, she gets treated like fucking Jamie Lloyd in Halloween 5.
Yeah.
So, but she says, she's like, I think my friend sent me this key from Oz.
Yeah.
And I was like, shock her brains a little bit.
Yeah. She goes, look, it's O and Z. One, that's just a Z.
Yeah.
And two, I like that her aunt is like, this is just the key to the old house. I've touched it 1,000 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, her aunt played by that Japanese man from Twin Peaks Season 2.
Okay, interesting. You had something else?
Yes, but what it was...
It got shocked out of your head, apparently.
It got shocked out of my brain. I was just going to finish up what my thoughts about why I like this movie so much and like things I like about it. Like I said at the beginning, been doing a lot of James Bond stuff lately.
Yeah.
And nothing really grinds my gears in the same way that people going, oh, well, James Bond is the code name. All these guys are different people, but they get the code name 007 along with James Bond. So each movie, I'm like, hey, fucking shut up.
I want it to be the same guy.
It's just James Bond. Ooh,
yeah.
Well, then how is he doing stuff in the 60s and the 90s? It's a fucking movie.
Yeah, it's like Batman.
Who gives a shit? It's like, it makes me crazy because it feels like that kind of thinking kind of feels like a a dumb person's idea of a smart thing to say. And I know that's a really harsh thing to say,
Sure.
but it just grinds my gears. Like when people are like, things have to like connect continuity wise, and it's got to be like a Marvel movie where like I can connect A to B, and it's like, well, no, it's a movie. You know, it's a movie, and you know that they changed actors.
I will,
and you can just shut up and just watch it. Like, you know, like
you're
shut that
right.
part of your brain up and watch it.
Not my favorite, but I will say the one pass I do is, for some reason, I think it's is it Grant Morrison that's like with Batman, the whole thing where it's like, yeah, the 50s, that was like, it's all Bruce Wayne's life. These are just different phases that he was in.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. When something does have continuity like that and connects film to film or show to show or comic to comic, I have nothing against that.
Right. It's just the idea that like these are different people.
Force it into James Bond, I hate it.
But you see, it's different things. Like, see, in my example, there's one Bruce Wayne, and these are all just different phases of his life. Whereas yours is like, these are all different guys, and I specifically don't like that. Usually, I'm not a big fan of the fan theory that is definitely not intended by the writer, but like people think it's like a clip. So
that being said, I really like.
Except for this, here's one that tickles me a little bit. It's not my favorite, but it's the idea that like there's two separate ones. It's to do with the Friday the 13th series. Mm-hmm. One of them being that there never really is actually a Jason, that it's just different fucking.
Okay.
Not my favorite necessarily. And then there's another one, which is that like the body jumping that happens in 9 is why he always has like a different body type in all the movies, because he's always getting a new body.
Okay. So. And then I feel like that would explain, I think, the biggest missing link in Friday the 13th is like, well, how did he survive at the bottom of the lake, or how did he leave the bottom of the lake? Which I think relates very perfectly to what I'm saying, where it's just like, that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
For Friday the 13th Part 4, you get it. He's here. He's killing people.
See, that's the thing is, I was just talking about this with my dad, which is, and I'm sure we talked about it on the podcast, and I know every episode I find some way to bring up Friday the 13th or Halloween or something, but the biggest jump the shark moment or whatever you want to call it, jump the shark's probably not fair, but like the biggest leap in logic is what I'm trying to say, even though I don't give a fuck, I don't care, is that, so Pamela Voorhees, Jason drowns, right?
Yes.
And then he actually doesn't drown, is the canonical, like, what the movies propose. Instead, he lives in the forest as a boy beast. And that he doesn't cross paths with his mom, even though his mom still lives in Crystal Lake, and she comes to the camp to kill, like, a couple of teenagers, like, a year later when they try to reopen it. And then, like, a decade later when they try to reopen it, she poisons the water so they can't open it. And then in 1980, she kills all the counselors in that film, right? And so what I'm trying to say is the biggest leap to me is that, like, over that whole time, they never cross paths until the night that she gets her head cut off and he happens to see it?
Yeah.
Whatever. Again, it doesn't fucking matter, but that is very funny to me. So back to the film we did watch.
So that being said, I like that about this movie, where it's like, it doesn't really line up one-to-one with the original Wizard of Oz, but it's like, you know what the Wizard of Oz is.
That's what I like
this,
about
like, weird, like, mythical, like, ethereal sense.
Yes.
So you get it. You get what's happening.
And what you're saying here, this is the thing. You know, I'm often harsh about sequels, and I've probably softened it about over sequels as I've gone a little bit older. But the thing, if you're doing a sequel, I feel like that's how you should treat the first movie.
Yeah.
Not as a Bible that you need to get everything, like, perfectly lined up. Like, a good example is, like, you know, Frankenstein to, like, Bride of Frankenstein or something like that. Like, you know, the fucking castle looks different and the this, that, and the other. Like, whatever your vision is for the movie, we saw the first one, we get the gist. I don't think it has to be, like, go ahead, do your own thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a big thunderstorm. We learn later that the thunderstorm struck the sanatorium and burned it down, and the fucking doctor died because he was trying to save his machines or something. But whatever. Dorothy Gale and her little sanatorium friend, like, run off together. And they don't die in the thunderstorm.
Skillet chicken?
No. Dorothy Gale is the woman's name.
Her last name is Gale. Right.
And then her little friend. But she wakes up floating on that, like, bed or whatever with
that, like,
Belinda
wood bucket.
Yeah. With Belinda the chicken, and they are. Belinda's like, "How big's this pond?" She's like, "I don't think we're in a pond," but then they are actually in a pond in the middle of, like, not the melting clocks, but the background of Salvador Dali's.
Yeah.
And they're in Oz. She figures that out because they find a tree with fucking lunch pails growing on it, which is great. But that's the thing is, like, there's something so, like, the original has such a clean, like, Americana feel to it.
Yeah.
And this one just has, like, a dirty, like, it's not a Hollywood glitz and glamour version of, like, Dust Bowl Depression. It's like a American realist, like, fucking, like, what's the American Gothic? Yeah, it's like the American Gothic version of this. So, like, the lunch pail is, like, it looks like some shit my grandpa probably carried to the fucking factory in the fucking 30s or something, but it's painted red. And the rocks have eyes, and they're watching her.
Dude, that rock going down and talking to the other rock, like that stop-motion rock face.
Yeah,
one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It looks so good. I love
You know what would have been way cooler, though?
What's that?
The Gnome King. Christopher Lloyd was in talks to be him.
Ooh, that
would have been really good.
Yeah.
So she shows up to Oz, and it's just in disrepair. It's crumbled.
Watch out for the Wheelers.
Creepy. When I was a kid, that kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, what the fuck?
As an adult man, 2 days ago, it really scared me.
Yeah? You weren't fucking with that?
I liked them. I thought they were... And then when you find out that that's just a mask on the top of their head for some reason, and they're just dudes, I thought they were really fun.
Yeah. So she gets scared into an alleyway, and she uses her key to open up a door, and she finds TikTok.
Oh, before that, she sees the Cowardly Lion and the Tin Man turned into statues.
Yeah. See, I'm torn on this because I like that. That's good stakes. It's good. But also part of me like, I want to fucking hang out with these guys for another movie.
I get that, but also I did really like TikTok and Pumpkin-Headed Jack.
I didn't like Jack Pumpkinhead.
Really?
He looks good, but I don't like him. But I love TikTok.
Oh, I love how... I don't know why.
I want to love him, but you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not holding against him if I watch it again and I'm like, oh, I get it now. That'd be awesome. But for right now, I'm like, I like the design, but the character didn't do much for me. I like TikTok a lot, though.
I don't know why I liked it so much and thought it was so sweet, but I like Jack has the whole thing where he wakes up and he's like, Mom, are you there, Mom?
Yeah.
And Dorothy's like, no, I'm not your mom. And he goes, oh, yeah, no, I'm just a scarecrow that somebody made and this witch turned a live powder on me and now... Yeah, I don't even know who or where my mom is. And then, like, later when they're leaving, he goes, hey, Dorothy, can I just call you Mom? And she's like, yeah, man, you can. I was like, that's pretty so sweet. I like that so much.
I like TikTok. I think TikTok looks great.
TikTok's great, and I love...
And the way he walks around and stuff.
This is just IMDb trivia, so grain of salt, I don't know how true it is. TikTok walking around is a contortionist inside there, standing on his hands with his legs folded like this, walking on his hands backwards. Wow. Like, that's how you had to move him around.
They walk into some room and there's, like, dust in the ground, and there's, like, he leaves footsteps on the dust.
Love that.
It's great.
I couldn't stop thinking about, like, that guy inside of that costume is like, oh, if you... no way he can see in that thing.
Yeah.
If you fuck that up, if you fuck that shot up, they have to redust the floor.
Yeah.
That probably takes so long.
Yeah. They meet Princess Mombi. She's like chilling, and she's got all the different heads she can put on.
Yes, I loved
Pretty
her.
creepy.
The first time you see her, and she's just playing that mandolin.
Yeah,
loved that lady, and then she switches her head, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I prefer the first lady too. Yeah, second lady, I was like, okay, all right.
The first lady is like spooky.
Yeah,
and then the second lady is like goosebumps. Scary.
Yeah. Eventually, whatever. You can fill in some gaps. Fill in some gaps here for me.
She's like, Dorothy, I'm gonna lock you in a closet. I'm gonna take your head eventually.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, TikTok, help me. And he's like, wind up my moving parts. Sorry.
Right. He's got his thinking gogs and his moving parts.
I love it. Every time it happens, I like it.
Yeah.
And so she throws her in a closet. She meets Jack. Also, this IMDb trivia, again, great assault. So Tim Burton has acknowledged that Jack Pumpkinhead is the inspiration for the iconic character Jack Skellington in The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
Also, a fun IMDb trivia fact that may not be real. Disney actually fired director Walter Murch about a week into production due to budget concerns. The studio found dailies lacking and Murch's slow shooting pace disheartening. Murch contacted friends Francis Ford Coppola, Steven Spielberg, and George Lucas for help, and all three directors lobbied Disney to hire him. Lucas even offered to take over directing himself should Murch fall behind schedule.
The other thing is though, it's so funny and I don't doubt this story. It's funny for Disney to be down his throat about that because the biggest constraint is who's in every scene. A 6-year-old girl who, by standards at the time, could only work between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. and could only shoot for 3 hours each day.
Oh.
So him shooting slow, it's like, yeah, no fucking shit. I can only shoot 3 hours of fucking movie a day.
That's a great point, yeah.
So
I hadn't even thought about that.
yeah. At least that's what I read on Wikipedia, which take for a grain of salt.
And like, just George Lucas and Steven Spielberg seem to be best friends.
Yeah.
Did he not talk to him while he was making that Star Wars? Like, A Phantom Menace, did Steven Spielberg not see it at all? Like,
not even once?
Not even at one time.
Yeah. He loves aliens, that Steven Spielberg.
He does.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., now he's doing Disclosure Day. So the Gnome King. I'm just kind of fast forwarding to this unless you have some shit to fill in between that.
No, they escape, they get the magic powder, and they turn a couch with a deer head on it into a plane.
They do.
And they fly away.
I love the Gnome King.
He's fun.
I love when she falls down into the Gnome King's like lair or whatever, and he's basically explaining, like, she's like, you know, you stole the emeralds, Steely Biz, and he's like, what are you talking about? They stole, whose emeralds do you think those are? Those are my emeralds. They stole those. All I'm doing is taking them back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, okay, the Gnome King's got a point, yeah, you know? I also love when he fucking flashes that he's wearing the fucking ruby slippers.
Yeah.
That's good. But he basically is like, hey, I'm gonna give you guys the fucking a little. I'm gonna do a variation on the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade riddle.
Yep,
Go find all your Oz friends. TikTok has a good plan or whatever. Then he also cries a bit, and I cried a little bit when TikTok cried. You know. But yeah.
Oh, also totally forgot to mention, TikTok was sent by Scarecrow to come save Dorothy. They're here to find Scarecrow.
Yeah. Yeah, when she winds up TikTok, he's like, yeah, Scarecrow was put me in here, and then
Also, Scarecrow, scariest looking guy in this movie.
Yeah.
Crazy. Just crazy.
It's insane. For sure. Yeah. But yeah, she goes in the room, and there's all these knickknacks, and she has to, like, find the ones that are the people of Oz, and she can say Oz when she touches them, and if it's an Oz, she'll, you know, bring them back. But if she guesses wrong 3 times, then she'll get turned into an ornament, and all of her friends get turned into ornaments. But then eventually they crack the code. Anything green is someone from Oz, and they get everybody out. And they defeat the Gnome King by the Belinda shits an egg into his throat, which the whole movie everyone's like, there's a chicken here! Oh my god, there's a chicken here! And it turns out because the chicken can kill Gnome King, because eggs is poison to Gnome King.
Obviously.
Yeah. And then she goes back to Kansas, and Ozma, Princess Ozma, tells her, like, you can come back anytime, and I'll check in from time to time, but don't tell your aunt.
It's like, they're gonna fucking zap me, man.
Yeah. You gotta fucking stop fucking with me. You don't know what it's like out here. They do electricity to your head if you talk about Oz. So yeah, that's Return to Oz. Closing thoughts. Is this a recommend to you? Or is this something you're, you know, singing from the rooftops like you got to see this? Or
no, I just think it was fun.
Yeah.
If someone's like, hey, should I watch this?
You think it's adequately rated? You don't consider it like a forgotten gem?
No, I just think it's fun.
It's fun.
It seems to have, like a Rotten Tomatoes 59, IMDb 6.7, Letterboxd 3.4. Yeah, I'd say around there. Yeah. I don't think it's bad by any stretch of the imagination, and I think it was a fun time, and there's some fun stuff in there. So if you got 2 hours to kill,
think you'll ever watch it again?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
I don't know. I can't imagine me being like, oh, you know what I'm in the mood for?
Return to Oz.
Yeah.
You could be wrong.
Well, I'll let you know if I am.
Okay. So yeah, I'll give it a C, I think.
Yes, I'm gonna give it a C minus.
And that kind of wraps up movie talk for the day. I think so there could be a brief hiatus, or there could not be, depending on whether or not we can figure out a logistical way to record in 2 separate locations, just because I'll be doing some traveling for work, potentially for a while. And we'll see. We'll see if it's something we can work out. If it's not, then it might just be a while before the next episode. But in case we do one, what do you want to watch? Do you want to do the James Bond or the Saw S7?
Yeah, that could be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
All right.
That's that?
That's it.
That's that, Mattress Man?
That's it, Mattress Man.
If you need more soup, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, or go to our website, eatingsoupalone.com. And until next time,